The Nikon ZR. A camera that shocked the market. A tool that promised cinema-grade visuals, deep color science, and effortless performance. For months, it's been celebrated as Nikon's most creator-friendly camera ever. But here's the thing, every camera has its dark side. And the Nikon ZR, as powerful as it looks, hides a few dangers that most owners never see until it's too late. Not technical flaws exactly, but small design decisions, hidden trade-offs, and real-world problems that can quietly affect how you shoot, edit, and even think about your creative process. So today, we're going deep. No sugarcoating. No marketing talk. Just the truth, 5 hidden dangers every Nikon ZR owner should know. Let's start with the first one. Hidden danger number 1, the illusion of perfect audio. When you unbox the Nikon ZR for the first time, one feature immediately stands out, the built-in microphone system. It's sleek, it's intelligent, and it offers something rare, multiple pickup patterns. Front. Wide front. Rear. All around. Stereo binaural. It sounds almost revolutionary, right? And to be fair, it is, on paper. But in practice, this flexibility can be deceiving. Because the more you rely on those built-in mics, the more you start to believe they can replace professional audio gear. And that belief can quietly damage your production quality without you even realizing it. Let's break this down. The ZR's microphone system is adaptive. You can tell it where to listen, from in front of the lens, behind it, or from all sides. This gives creators the illusion of control. You feel like you can shape your sound just like your visuals. But there's a silent trade-off hiding behind that convenience. Each pickup mode is tuned digitally. That means the camera uses internal processing to shape the sound profile depending on your chosen pattern. Sounds good in theory, but digital tuning isn't neutral. It adds coloration. It slightly compresses your voice. And sometimes, it introduces noise from inside the camera's own circuitry. For example, in rear mode, which many vloggers love, your voice comes through strong, but listen closely with headphones and you'll notice a faint electronic hum. It's not loud, but it's there. It becomes noticeable when you edit your footage in quiet scenes. And once it's recorded, you can't remove it completely. The front and wide front modes also carry a hidden weakness. They amplify directionality by digitally rejecting side and rear frequencies. But this can sometimes make the audio sound hollow or distant, especially if you're recording indoors or in reflective environments. Walls bounce sound. The mic algorithm tries to isolate your target. The result? A thin, almost metallic tone that doesn't match the warmth of your visuals. Now, to be clear, this isn't Nikon's fault alone. All internal mics struggle with realism because they're too close to the body and exposed to internal vibration. But here's the real trap, Nikon's marketing makes the ZR's mic sound so advanced that many new users skip buying external microphones altogether. They believe the built-in mic is good enough. And for casual use, it might be. But when you start editing your footage next to clips from an external mic or a dedicated audio recorder, the difference becomes impossible to ignore. The ZR gives you 5 microphone modes, but it doesn't give you physical sound isolation. It doesn't protect your audio from wind, echo, or interference. And most dangerously, it doesn't come with a wind jammer by default. So when you record outdoors, especially in breezy or coastal areas, you'll quickly discover that your dialogue gets buried under noise. All those cinematic visuals suddenly sound amateur. The solution is simple, always use a proper microphone. The built-in system is a backup, not a main feature. Think of it as a convenience tool, not a professional-grade solution. The first hidden danger of the Nikon ZR is trusting it too much. Because while the audio flexibility looks empowering, it quietly encourages laziness in sound discipline. And sound, more than any other factor, determines whether your video feels professional or not. Hidden danger number 2, the false promise of all-in-one simplicity. Now, let's move to the second hidden danger, something psychological. The Nikon ZR is designed to feel complete. It's marketed as a hybrid powerhouse, compact, capable, and ready to shoot anything right out of the box. No need for bulky gear. No complicated setups. That's exactly why people fall in love with it. But that's also why some end up frustrated later. Because the ZR gives the impression that you don't need accessories. That you can handle cinematic production with nothing more than this sleek, mirrorless body. But as every professional soon learns, simplicity has a limit. And when your production goals grow, the ZR's all-in-one nature starts to creative flow can suffer. Many new users end up overwhelmed, not because the camera is difficult, but because it's powerful. They don't realize that owning a hybrid cinema camera means adopting a hybrid mindset. You must balance speed and quality, flexibility and discipline. If you treat it like a casual camera, you'll never see its full potential. But if you treat it like a cinema tool, you'll need to adapt your entire workflow. That gap between expectation and reality is what frustrates many ZR owners. The danger isn't that the camera underperforms, it's that it performs too well for those who expect simplicity. The Nikon ZR quietly redefines what's professional. But unless you evolve with it, you can end up stuck between two worlds, too advanced for simple use, too limited for true cinema production. That's the third danger. Maybe you trust the autofocus so much that you stop pulling focus manually. Maybe you rely on auto white balance because it's so accurate that you don't bother setting temperature anymore. And then, over time, something shifts, you stop experimenting. You stop making small creative choices because the camera already makes them for you. The Nikon ZR is designed to eliminate control to your identity as a creator. Cameras are tools. But to many creators today, they're more than that. They're status symbols, creative partners, even emotional anchors. You upgrade your gear, and it feels like upgrading yourself. You start to define your work by what camera you use. And that's where the real risk lies. The Nikon ZR is addictive. Not just because it's good, but because it makes you feel good. The colors, the ergonomics, the precision, all of it builds confidence. And that confidence can turn into dependency. You start to believe that your creativity only works through this one device. That your voice, your visuals, your identity as a storyteller, all depend on this single piece of technology. It's a comforting illusion, but it's dangerous.